Hello everyone, welcome to my tutorial on object-oriented programming in Java. Today I'm going to talk about multiple inheritance in Java. Java doesn't work like C++ regarding the multiple inheritance. C++ supports one class to be extending many classes, but Java is very strict about it and it can inherit only one class at a time. So let's say we have a class A and we have a class B and we have a class C. So C is extending from B and B is extending from A. This can be considered as a multi-level inheritance but not a multiple inheritance. But Java supports multiple inheritance through interfaces. So that means using the interface you can get some of the aspects of multiple inheritance. Let's say I have one interface defined as I1 and then in there I have a method as I1A. Okay. I have got another interface as I2 and then it has another method I2A. And then I can have another interface as I3 and in that let's say I have one method I3A. Okay. Now this I3 can extend from I1 or this I3 can extend from I2 as well. But if it were a class, then the class would not be able to extend from here and from here. Okay, but the interface is allowing that. And from here we can implement a class, let's say test class. Okay, so in this case the test class is extending the test class is implementing this test class implementing I3 and both and I3 is extending interfaces I1 and I2. Okay, so again let's see that this is one of the interface, this is one of the interface, they don't share anything, totally different. And then we have got the I3 interface which is extending I1 and I2. That means all the members, all the members of I1 and I2 are available in I3. And then since we are implementing test class with I3, that means test class will have all members coming from I1, I2 and I3. Okay, so that means at the end we are implementing it through a class and the class is being supported by multiple inheritances and all the interfaces, member variables and methods are available where in my child class. Okay. So now let's take an example that how we have done it. So here you can see that I have this interface, public interface, this is a public method, void, nothing doing anything, no implementation, as we know according to the definition of the interface that no implementation if it is not a defined as a default method. And then in the I2 interface we have the same thing, just the signature of the method, that's it, no implementation. In the I3 I have got what? I have got another method and this method is the default method implemented in i3 itself. And if you look at the code here, it is extending. i3 extends i1 and i2. Okay, and this is how we write extends, so the interface can extend another interface. So i3 extending, and then this is, you put a comma, and then as many interfaces you would like, you can put here with the comma. And then we have this implementing class, and the implementing class is doing what? This is, because this is a class and this is implementing an interface, so we have to put the keyword implements. And you can see that because this is implementing i3, and i3 has what? i3 has both the i1 and i2. So if you go here i3, the i1 and i2 is not there. Why? Because this is an interface which is extending i1 and i2, and in the both i1 and i2 we have defined these methods. So that means whenever I'm going to implement this class with this interface, I'm going to have these methods implemented here. Okay, and you can say like, why I'm not seeing the i3's method, this one, because this is defined as a default. So let's say I delete it. Okay, okay, and I'm going to put here, I'm just putting the method signature. Okay, and if I save, immediately you can see that there is an error, and it says add unimplemented method, and it is talking about this method which needs to be implemented. But let's take it just as default, so let's get it back. Okay, now the error is gone, and if I go to the implementing class, and then I have this one is the driver class test multiple, and you can see that I have here what? I have taken the new object, or I have created a new object of the implementing class, and with that reference I'm accessing print i1, i2, and I print 3. Okay, and then if I'm going to run it, Java application, and then you can see that interface 1 printed. So that means the method that I have declared in interface 1, this is available, and this is available, and printing the default which is in the interface 3, it's coming from here. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.